Welcome to my miniature studio. I'm in my miniature studio. I'm not in the garage. And I haven't really been in the studio for very long today because I went to the nearest big town with my husband to do some shopping and to take him for lunch. And that was very nice because we don't get to have lunch often together. And we also go around all the second-hand shops and all the charity shops to see if we can find treasures for the houses. He's getting into the swing of this. So we went to our favourite hospice shop and I did get a few little treasures. I found some material. This was 5 pieces for $1 and I managed to find a piece that I think will make a very nice overcoat for Elizabeth. So that's going to look really nice on her. And a whole lot of other little bits and pieces that I can use for their clothes. And I finished little Anne's outfit and made her some hands and feet. So quite happy with her. She will be holding a doll or something in her hands. I think that hand might be a bit big, but we'll cover that up. And of course Elizabeth needs her surcoat. And the other thing that I got when I was there was this piece of, I don't often find this brocade, and so I was really pleased. And of course I used the faded side for the bed cover of another one, and I'm looking at the faded side or the wrong side of this one thinking, yes, that would make quite nice sofa or Noel's sofa or something like that. So that will be quite nice in the lounge. I think that's still a bit bright, but we'll see how we go. So that's half the fun, really, is and as I did with the Beacon Hill house, I seem to spend a bit of time when I'm out looking for little bits and pieces that are going to go in it. And I also did a bit of research on Tudor kitchens, and that's how I sort of got the details about Henri and his hands. So I'll finish this video with that little video and showing you how I made his body, and I hope that you enjoy it. And I shall see you tomorrow when I'm back on the big stuff. I sort of got a bit sidetracked with Henri. I've done his head, and I'm happy with that. Pretty much finished that. He's got his ears and everything on. And I've made some hands. Now I drew a few things. I did, as is my wont, I did a bit of research on Tudor kitchens, and I did some drawings, and I found a little drawing of some hands doing something. So I've used that drawing to model Henri's hands. So he will be doing something like with a spatula, and he'll be doing something. So they're working chef's hands, which I wanted. So we've got his hands and his head, and now I'm doing his body, and I did a frame of Chanel pipe cleaners, and I'm covering it with fleece, and I'm just felting it in so that I've got a bit of body to his body, and that will just fill out his clothes nicely. He's not going to be a fat man anyway. He's one of those skinny chefs. I have a nephew who's a skinny chef, so they do exist. And so I will just felt him, and just doing a little bottom there. Excuse me, I always say ooh when I do that bit. And so it's not going to take me long to do that. This is a needle with a hook on it, if those who don't know about felting. And so when you put it through, the hook catches the fleece and it brings it up, and it interlocks with what you've got. And you can make all sorts of pets and all sorts of things with this. I've made a teddy and don't look. So he's getting a bit of a bottom now, and that's good. He's got a bit of a shape. So when I put his clothes on, he will fill them out nicely. So I've just got his legs to do, and he'll be ready for his hands and his feet. So I'm still felting away. I have done his legs now, and then I think we will be pretty much ready to put his feet on and his hands on after I've clothed them. think he probably just needs a little bit more on his chest here. Just a little bit under his chin. It's best not to get this anywhere near your fingers. I'm used to this, but when we were doing a lesson on how to use this, the instructor brought along some plasters which you need to put on bleeding wounds, and she needed them. So it's working out really well.